stimulation. Production line, titillation. Mandatory consumption. Responses required. Comfort is freedom and it always has been. Read it for yourself. Futility of effort. How could you do it? How could I think it? How could I think? And where is the link? How could you do it? How could I think it? How could I think? And where is the link? Intravenous stimulation. Production line of titillation. Mandatory consumption. Responses required. I swoop above you like creation. Fetishize your mutilation. I revel in your destruction. Spectre at the feast of annihilation. How could you do it? How could I think it? How could I think? And where is the link? How could you do it? How could I think it? How could I think? And where is the link?
Ok, siamo qui, altra puntata con le chiacchiere in saletta. Oggi c'è sempre con noi Stefano di Bagnelsa, è sempre Oceano Adriatico il festival. Questa sera abbiamo al Mengaroni gli ITALIA90 o Italian90s?
Sì.
Italian90. Siamo oggi a intervistare i ragazzi che diciamo che il loro ultimo album ha avuto un hype veramente importante. E ricordiamo che domani, sempre per Oceano Adriatico, ci sarà Bernard Butler a Bagnelsa, l'orario è sempre quello, 7:30, quindi non mancate all'ultimo appuntamento anche di domani di Oceano Adriatico. Oggi abbiamo con noi gli ITALIA90, benvenuti ragazzi, welcome in Pesaro.
Ciao.
Ok, abbiamo Stefano, il nostro traduttore, italo-inglese, e volevamo fare the first question, prima domanda. Il vostro album, non so se voi vi rendete conto, ha avuto in Italia perlomeno, e penso in Europa, sta avendo un hype abbastanza importante. Volevamo sapere se voi ve ne state rendendo conto di questa cosa o ancora siete, diciamo, abbastanza sereni.
He asked, did you realize that your new and last album is having a good hype from the audience, especially here in Italy? I mean, Italian90 is not on the radio, national radio, because in Italy we are a bit different. We haven't got a BBC 6.
Yeah.
But if you listen to the people that listen kind of music, you are like the future. I mean, here in Italy.
I think we knew that we're more popular here than we are in England, and that people over here have always been very enthusiastic about us. I don't know if we knew specifically that the album's taken the continent by storm.
I think, you could tell a little bit when this is our first album. Oh, sorry, you need to translate this, don't you?
Ok.
You
Sì, lui dice che fondamentalmente dice che si rende conto che in Italia probabilmente il disco viene accolto con più entusiasmo rispetto addirittura al loro paese, all'Inghilterra. Devono capire il motivo fondamentalmente adesso.
Yeah, I think we had a lot of nice reviews for the album from Italy and other European countries, so that gave us a hint that things were going well.
I think the fact, so we got a review in Rumore, and then they did a big feature about British post-punk and folk, picked 3 bands and we were one of them, so that was that's kind of, I think that's when we realised.
The other 2 bands they chose are like a lot bigger than us in England.
Yeah, Shame
And Murder Capital.
Yeah.
That's when we realised.
We were like, that we wouldn't usually get put in that group in England.
Praticamente sì, nel senso che credono che in Italia abbiano avuto gioco le recensioni che hanno avuto su Rumore, e questo mega articolo che ha fatto Rumore a febbraio, per chi l'ha letto, dove sono stati messi insieme ad altre 2 band inglesi molto più grandi di loro, come dicono loro, tra cui gli Shame. Però dice, è una cosa che in Inghilterra non sarebbe mai successa per loro al momento.
Ok, ma comunque anche, diciamo, dove si può ascoltare musica online, YouTube e tutti gli altri canali. Select your video, seleziona il vostro video with the major, ok? Viene proposto, il vostro video viene proposto subito dopo Idols, subito dopo Viagra Boys, you know this situation.
Okay, this is a bit algorithmic of the web, but you recognize that your music on the tube, you know, on the YouTube appears just after Viagra Boys, Idols, all this kind of music. Yeah, so maybe how do you feel about that? You want to know if you feel like if you're getting bigger as a band, or for you it's just will be even after, but only fun going around on tour and play.
What do you think?
It's a good question.
That is a good question. Yes.
I think we have mixed feelings about lots of the different bands, like Viagra Boys. I think are amazing.
We played with them a few times there.
Yeah, and their last album is really mind-blowingly great. And then there's other bands that we sort of think are quite lazy in comparison sometimes, and like a lot of, especially the British post-punk things, that sort of like people hear like a angry sort of frontman shouting a lot, and then they go, okay, it's like all this other music, and that's quite disappointing sometimes to be like, it's sort of easily categorizable in that way. And so we want, especially with the album, we wanted to sort of vary the textures a bit, so there wasn't just sort of like fast, loud punk music, and have it a bit more diverse.
Yeah. Sì, praticamente diciamo che ovviamente arrivare a essere anche, non dico paragonati, però comunque sì, entrare in quel giro lì, associati a quelle band lì, però è un grande onore. Ci hanno suonato con i Viagra Boys. Viagra Boys sono una band che loro ascoltano tanto e gli piace tantissimo. Però volevo aggiungere una cosa, io volevo chiedergli, I want to ask you a question. Do you think that post-punk for you is a bit like, what lazy definition? I mean, like, what kind of music Italia90 do? Post-punk.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, totally.
I don't think it's only that. I mean, it's much more than post-punk. Even politician, maybe something inside. The attitude, political, attitude. Praticamente gli ho chiesto se il post-punk è un po' limitativo, è un po' pigro come definizione da dare alla band, perché secondo me sono molto più ampi, anche a livello politico, a livello musicale, comunque sia, sono altre cose.
Well, it's an easy label because it describes so many different styles of music, and it's definitely easy to apply it to us because Les, our singer, sings in a sort of punk style, and like a lot of the bands in the 80s, that they kept some of the style and aesthetic of punk but mixed it with all these different genres. I think that's what we're doing a bit, if not, we don't always do it consciously, but that is what we're doing. So it's not an inaccurate label necessarily, but it is a lazy one, because with any band that gets called post-punk, there are also other things in the music you could focus on and choose to say that thing is the genre that they're doing, or that's the most important thing.
It's maybe similar to calling someone pop. Like, pop is so broad.
Yeah.
Pop's probably even broader, but it's similar. It's like, if you say post-punk, you can't hear what that sounds like necessarily.
There's bands in London who are put into this umbrella of post-punk, and there's like bands that basically like sort of modern folk, synth pop kind of, but it's just post-punk. So it's kind of meaningless.
Sì, praticamente mi confermano che comunque sia un'etichetta che viene affidata in maniera molto facilmente a tutte le band che adesso magari cantano come canta lui o utilizzano determinati suoni, però ovviamente ogni band catalogata con questa etichetta poi ha delle sfaccettature enormi, diciamo, quindi dice lui a Londra ci sono delle band che sono catalogate post-punk che suonano con dei synth piuttosto che con delle chitarre piuttosto che con basso. Di cosa? Ah sì, we're gonna listen what song now?
I think Magdalene. I think is it track 3?
Track 3, yeah.
Sì, Magdalene, which was a single.
It's our first single from the album.
Primo singolo dei ITALIA90.
We on this? It's 7:30 back? We're playing 7:30. Unhinge my bones. Residual control. Shake off control. Send her away. Give them all away. Residual power. Take back the power. Tread the bodies down. Flesh and bone, under mud and stone, residual influence. Smash the influence. The glory for that day lies a mile away. Tread the bodies down. Flesh and bone, under mud and stone. Magdalene, Magdalene. Magdalene the killer. Magdalene, Magdalene, Magdalene the killer. The killer, the killer. Magdalene the killer. Magdalene, Magdalene, Magdalene the killer. The killer, the killer. Magdalene the killer. Magdalene, Magdalene, Magdalene the killer. The killer, 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 the killer.
Ok, siamo tornati, siamo ancora qui con ITALIA90, ITALIA90. Sì, ok, sì, vuole chiedere una cosa a Stefano?
No, I was talking with Max, he's a DJ, famous radio DJ.
DJ, okay.
He's like our music dad, you know. I came in Bologna last year to see you at Covo because he told me I've listened to a new band, very nice.
Thank you.
And he told me for the question I asked you about post-punk, he said, you know what, that we live in a different context, and for us, if you read post-punk, it's easier to go and find and knew the band, and at the end you realize maybe that there's something more than that, but for us that we live in Italy in a small town is easier to find out. Dicevo che Max, che è qui con noi, che mette dischi, rispetto alla domanda che ho fatto prima sulla pigrizia di chiamare una band post-punk, per noi è una cosa che facilita la ricerca dei gruppi, nel senso che se cerchi post-punk ti arrivano una serie di band che poi anche Gilla Band, no? Black Midi, cioè tutte band che fondamentalmente possiamo poi catalogare in quella super etichetta e dividere successivamente, però li conosciamo almeno. You want to say?
No, I think that's a good point. Yeah. And it's not Italy. I think is where we have the biggest fans, but France and Belgium and other European countries, and I think that we don't think about the fact that we're from England. And I guess people like the idea of English music. We've been listening to a lot of Italian music in the car today, and it being Italian or it being from another country or a different culture, it makes it feel, I suppose, more interesting to an extent. And it's odd to think that being English is interesting, but it's different obviously from where you're from, so it's cool.
It's not interesting in England.
Praticamente dice che sì, probabilmente anche il fatto di essere in Italia e ascoltare roba inglese comunque sì, fa la cosa molto più interessante. Loro sono in tour da ieri e oggi in macchina per dire hanno ascoltato solo band italiane, e che rende tutto quanto più interessante perché comunque sono band italiane. Adesso ti chiedo che band sono, però now we want to know what band did you listen.
Mainly Les.
Dead Horses, Offlager, Disco
Pax, wow.
GGGP, Ada Oda.
Okay, good.
And we have to mention Kloski too.
Kloski too, yeah. He's Italian.
Sì, diciamo che lui è mezzo italiano perché è fidanzato con Cecilia di Kloski. Sì.
Fidanzato con Cecilia e Kloski che hanno suonato qui qualche anno fa. Volevo sapere, ragazzi, adesso sicuramente voi state avendo un hype molto interessante nella scena e adesso partirà l'estate. Volevo sapere se avevate qualche festival importante, si cominciavano a muovere le cose un pochino più in grosso, se ve ne state accorgendo e soprattutto dove suonerete comunque quest'estate.
Summer is coming, so festivals. Not only in Italy, maybe even in Europe. Have you got any show booked for the summer?
Yes.
Festivals.
Yeah, so we have more. We've announced already we're going to Holland, Netherlands and Belgium in April.
Yeah.
See?
The Piemonte Festival, no?
Yeah, I don't know if that's confirmed.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
We're hopefully coming back to Italy in June.
Okay. Somewhere.
Piemonte.
And the beach,
yeah, maybe the beach in Pesaro. And then we're going to do some shows in France, 6 shows in France, which you haven't announced yet, but soon. That might be it, because we have our real lives getting in the way. Not getting in the way,
well, kind of.
taking over. So we're having a quiet end of the summer.
Praticamente si suoneranno 6 date in Belgio, 6 date in Francia, torneranno a un festival in Italia da confermare. Se suoneranno in un festival in Italia poi probabilmente li rivedremo anche in zona e stiamo a sentire. E poi sì, diciamo che sono come altre band anche in Italia, anche loro sono i loro problemi personali, tra virgolette, che si chiama lavoro, quindi al momento lavorano tutti, quindi la musica non è il loro primo mestiere.
Sicuramente finirà magari se continuano così.
He's saying maybe if things are going this way, maybe as I said before during the sound check, is the last year you're gonna work.
Hopefully. Maybe. Ok, ascoltiamo un altro pezzo, poi liberiamo gli ITALIA90 perché un attimino li facciamo rilassare prima di iniziare il concerto. E ricordiamo ancora una volta che domani sarà l'ultima data del Festival Oceano Adriatico con Bernard Butler a Bagnessa alle 7:30 e non più tardi, giusto, puntualissimo, perché questo festival è proprio fatto negli orari dell'aperitivo, quindi non mancate. Salutiamo gli ITALIA90, vi facciamo sentire un altro pezzo selezionato dal loro ultimo disco, perché questa sera potrete trovare il loro vinile, il loro CD e le loro maglie qui al merch. E niente, li salutiamo, veniteli ad ascoltare. E che canzone avete selezionato per la prossima?
We're saying goodbye to the radio, yeah? So you can.
Thank you so much.
Grazie mille.
And I said that lots of merch outside for the people coming at the show. So you relax before the show now. What song did you choose? This?
Golgotha. It's Golgotha. Yeah.
Okay.
Album track.
Thank you very much.
Grazie mille.
Have a nice gig.
Thank you.
Kick you when you're down. Then blame you for flinching. They won't let you live. Then they blame you for changing. Never forget. God forbid you remembered. They kick you when you're down. Then blame you for flinching. Not enough. Too much. Not enough. Too much. Kick you when you're down. They blame you for flinching. They won't let you live. Then they blame you for changing.